Okay. Right. I'm just gonna... Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to do that. I'm just trying to find the video. And I'm just gonna share. Just sharing the video. The YouTube video on the Facebook page. Oh, too many steps. I'll be there in a sec. Of course I want people to see it. Right. Rightio. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. So far, all you've seen is my arm. Rightio. Oh. There we are. Yeah, I'm going to pin this one to the top. I'm going to open it up. Open it up. Hello, Di and Karen. Hello, Angela. Hello, Jacqueline. And hello, Raquel and Yvonne and Tina over on the tube. I will keep looking back there to have a look. We're back. We are here with a million billion things to do. Okay, so it's Scrapbox week, but what I thought I would do is I'm actually using my leftovers from my cruise classes to make a couple of cards this morning, or a card. I do have cardstock added. I have these 5x10 pieces of black that are folded that are left from something. They were a prototype for something I was making. So they were on my desk. So I'm going to use... I've got 2 of those. Let's try to make 2 cards. Let's see how we go with that. Quick trip overview. Well, I just tried to order my photos. I was being organised. I like to be organised. And apparently Harvey Norman had a 250 photo limit. And I only got back to partway through our Port Chalmers trip, which was our last port. So, that's not printing every photo. It was great. We had fun. We took a million selfies. We've got selfies with the Antarctic behind us. We've got selfies in front of monuments. We've got selfies at sunrise. I'm going to say at the bottom of New Zealand on a warmer than average day, and when the sun comes up, it is cold. In summer, too. In summer. So, yeah, and the wind chill factor is pretty cold. We met some amazing people. We've made friends with, we met the ladies on the craft cruise. Some of them we knew, some of them we didn't. A lot we didn't, and they are amazing. And then we met some awesome Americans. So we've made friends with some people in Colorado and Mississippi and a few other places. Tennessee, and it was amazing. And a lady in Seattle, and I met a lovely lady in Toowoomba, from Toowoomba, We met people that we had other connections to because they knew someone and we knew that someone and we had connections. Made some lovely friends from Sunny Coast. But yeah, it was amazing. We had the greatest time. And I'm just going to say, if you want to go on a holiday and you want it to be good value for money and being spoilt and it being like feeling like absolute luxury, I would go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. It was clean. My word for the holiday is clean, clean, clean. And Quentin just can't get over the amazing customer service. We work in customer service, and yeah, the service was amazing. Cannot fault the service. Yeah, the service did not falter the whole way through. Yeah, we were looked after by an amazing team of staff. That it was really good. We didn't realise how long it had been since we'd been to like a fine dining restaurant. So yeah, and you don't always get that kind of service in Australia. I had towel animals on my bed made by the amazing Sandino. He was our stateroom attendant. We had a great time. We loved it. It was great. It was our first ever holiday. Redshaws have never had a holiday, an actual holiday that wasn't work related. We might buzz down to Brisbane to drop a kid off or pick a kid up. We might go to a pop-up shop, but I did work. I did teach for 2.5 days, and I was in the scrap room with the ladies quite a bit, helping out, but yeah, I don't think that counts when it's 14 nights of amazingness. We had a really, really good time. It was really fun. And I was trying to print my photos. You can only print 250 at a time. So it's going to take me more than a hot minute to get my photos printed. So happy likes. I'm glad it was good for you. And do have on post photos. Yeah, they do post them. Oh, hello, Diana. I missed that. Diana there. Yeah, Harvey Norman do post photos, but Quentin was going to pick them up when he does school pickup. So I'm going to, after class, I'm going to have a go at getting my photos done again. So I've got leftovers here because, this ends up being yet another project for the ladies on the cruise with the leftovers. I want black. I've got scroungy bits of black as well. Maybe we start with, let's put that there. We'll start with, how many board? I've got a sidekick here that daughter's already messed up. Dirty. Right. We'll see if we can make 2. Let's have a go at making 2. Okay. Let's just make other time. I did make some Island Sands cards while I was away, but I've given them away already. Yep. I have already given them away. Oh, that's not bad. I think that door's too big. Let's just pop that over there. That is just too big for a card. And so is that. And so are they. Yeah. I did a lot of fussy oh, that's a bit big. I'm going to say Island Sands is so easy to create, yes. I did have fun creating it. So, maybe that. We're going to do like a bit of a cluster. I don't have any sentiments, but I don't like to make cards without sentiments. Let's just sort of sit this across here. So when you've got lots of bits and bobs, it's nice to just pop them together. I mean, you could leave that with just two things, but I think that's a bit boring. I am tired. Oh, look, that says New Zealand cruise. I will say I am tired. There's something on here. I don't think that colour matches. Let's make it match. Oh, I don't mind that. But yes, we have a great time. Maybe, maybe not. See, I've obviously used all the good bits. These shells actually sit. So these shells actually sit this way up. Oops. Hello, Quentin. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Heather. Hello, Trish. Yes, we definitely had a good time. I really did like, the whole cleanliness factor. It's just my cup of tea. Maybe not. Maybe that. Let's go back to that one. Don't want to use things that not have a meaning. Does that make sense? It's got to sort of go together like, like peas and carrots. Let's make it go together like it's meant to be together. Like it's meant to be a cohesive thing. They're all the same colour. It's getting a little bit much, isn't it, when they're all the same colour. These are the travel colour cuts. These are the, the travel-y ones. Okay, that was a strange text message. Wondering if I've got boxes at the shop. Okay, I don't know who it was. I've got boxes at the shop, and can they pick them up from my house? Let's start with that. Radio. Okay, so what we need to do, let's do this bottom one first. So maybe we'll put a bit of red. We put like some red to bring this red across as our base piece. And then that colour underneath. I've got a scrungy bit of that. Yep. It is kind of just what I have left. I've got a bit of this. Maybe we put like that. A bit of that. Or do we use that one? I think we'll use this one. It's the right colour tone. Okay, so we've got a 5 by 5 card. So it's a 5" by 10" piece of black. I am going to do a kit for this later. So you'll get a piece of black cardstock. So then we've got a 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 inch of the red glitter side from Nautical Dreams number, I think 6. Let me have a look at my fussy cutting. Nautical Dreams number 6, yes. And then let's get this one, which is Nautical Dreams number 5. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'm going to rip that off. Just going to rough chop that. That's a rough chop. Let's go 4.5. Well, it's not quite 4.5. But what we'll do, it's just not quite a 4.5" piece. We've got this bit here of Traveller's Journal number 2. Hello, Mary. How are you? Right. So let's make a teary bit. And then what we're going to do is extenderate that one. Technical term there. So let's tear a little bit off our Traveller's Journal number 2. So when in doubt, just make it bigger. Let's make this about 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 wide. Yep, I've gone all the way across. So it is 1 3/4 wide. So it's 4.5 and it's not quite this way. But what we'll do is I think we might let's distress this. It's going to barely fit on our card. Cut the middle out of that. This is how you get leftovers to make cards in the first place. Right. But little bits, big bits. Okay, so that way is 4.5. That way it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 1.5 inches from the end, and see how I've cut it crooked? I've done that deliberately because that way I can see which one, like if I have to go away from what I'm doing, I can actually see which is the correct piece, like which piece is actually the piece I'm looking at. So I'm going to line up here. We only need a tiny bit of space. We're going to end up with more than what we need. We're going to end up with it bigger than what we need, but that's okay. We're just going to trim it down. Line it up. I like that. I didn't put the tape the whole way up. So, put this back in here. Trim it once again at 4.5. And then we're going to go... That's too close. So I'm just looking at it going which way to make it 4.5. A little bit off each side. 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, so to be kind to my scrapbox now, my scrap bag for this, I'm going to roll that off. I've got that piece, and let's distress it. And then we might stick it to our base piece. And what we'll do is we'll put our tape on the back so it's ready to stick to our card base when we're done. So you can see I've got a little bit of commonality with my bits and pieces that are on my, that are going together. Of colour. Okay. So I don't think I'm gonna, so I've added black cardstock to make my bases, right, to my bag of scraps I had. I think tomorrow night what I might do is try to Frankenstein, which is one of our terms we use around here. I'm going to Frankenstein my page to make it all work together. To not add a card, not add a base, just bring it all together. I don't like my cards to fall apart. Do we want to have it go up? Let's have a look. Let's move that over there. And I think so. Or do we want to have it go across? Nope. Don't we? Okay. So let's stick our fence on first. If we put our fence flat, it gives us a grounding point. Just looking for glue. All I've done is cleaned up a bit of my desk. My desk was a bit of a mess. Just saying, it was just a touch of a mess. It was so wet here yesterday and last night. It was unbelievably wet. And the day started really hot and it ended very wet. And we got a little bit of wet. We did get a little bit wet doing dance pickup and that. So I think Quentin might have got a bit of a chill. He's not doing so flash today. He got absolutely soaked after he dropped Amelia off. She didn't get soaked, thank goodness, but he did. I think I need a little bit on the anchory bits. And Naomi Job did a marvellous job looking after the shop, and her sister. She has done an amazing job. We actually took all the retreat kits to the post office yesterday in the pouring rain because it became evident that the fast moving storm that was going to whip through wasn't going to move. I'm going to put that up in the middle of that. Okay. I don't like making cards without sentiments, but I think these are going to be exactly that. Using chippy strips, so they're our foam tape alternative. They are amazing. There we go. Okay. I don't have a red tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a red one as well. I've got a blue one, but I want a red one too. So I'm going to use my innards. So this is the inside piece from our card mat. Our backing piece there. So I'm just cutting the same little tag obviously I'm using stuff from lots and lots of different locations, from lots of different things. So let's cut the bottom off these. And then pop that in there like that. And I'm going to cut this shell in half. I was meant to order my photos yesterday. I will admit, I was going to order them yesterday. And I just didn't get around to it. Had that much to do. Been so exceedingly busy since I got home in catch-up mode. But we did get to spend time with the boys. We went out to dinner with the boys on Friday night, and then we went to breakfast on Saturday. And Friday night we actually went to Azteca, which is one of the restaurants in Milton's. The company Milton is the marketing director for, that they own. So he was very excited to show us one of their flagship restaurants. So it was pretty cool. Okay, I probably should have distressed the tags, but I don't know. I think as far as sentiments go, this would actually be just a nice note card to give someone. And it just says nothing. And you just write on the inside. And I would say, with this paper, a bigger piece of Traveler's Journal #2. You put a piece of that on the inside, and then I have more. Oh, nope. No. Put that on the inside, and then use it to write a letter or something. Let's stick this on here. Hello, Christy. Missed me. Haha. Thank you. Did a great job, of course. Yeah, she did very well. We didn't have much internet. There were a couple of days we had a little bit of internet in New Zealand. We do have Telstra in New Zealand. So, like, our Telstra works in New Zealand, but there's only so much you can do. No, the tags are okay. They don't need to be pulled out and distressed. I could pull them out and distress them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull them out and distress them. Okay, there we go. I did it. I pulled them out. There we go. Oh, my fingers on the cloth. Right. There we go. 1. Okay. Oops. Stay. Now our other one. I don't really think a bit of that colour will work. I've got pool water. Oh, wrong colour. Okay, got this bit. How long is that? She's amazing, not taking anything away from her at all. She's amazing, yes. She's very well. So, this is a 10-inch piece. Right here. I'm going to do some more joining. So the bit I can get out of this is, let's cut a 2 3/4 inch piece. And this is 10 inches, so we're going to cross cut it at 5. So I've got 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 5. So we're going to stick these together. We're actually going to make a block, a piece. Where will we go? There it is. So I'm going to turn back a little bit on each end. And then I'm just making sure my piece is going to be like at least 5 inches in the end. So this is one of those amazing patterns. This burlap, hessian, whatever you want to call it, is one of those amazing patterns where you can join it and really not see what's going on. It is a really cool pattern. That is why I like using it. Got in brown, purple, the other colours. It's pretty amazing. So now we're going to just neaten up 2 sides. So we've neatened 2 sides up, and then we're going to go in and do our 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. We do just want to tidy up, like start by tidying 2 sides up by cutting off a tiny bit, so that what happens is we end up with a nice, neat square. Look at that. Okay, we may trim that bit. I do have an idea. Oh, there's not enough of that. Oh, there could be if we do that. Okay, I've got an idea. It might not work, just so you know. So let's get this piece of, so this is Sunny Days paper number 6. So it's fairly Dodgerama right now. So we're going to cut a 4 7/8. So that's halfway between 4 3/4 and 5. We're going to do a tiny, tiny border. So 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. Seem to be just making more scraps. It's a really fine, fine border. Let's see. it gives us that. Just the tiniest pop of that colour that is sort of in these. And then let's measure our window. So we need a piece that is, that's a bit of a cruddy measurement. Okay, so it's 2 1/8. So our sky in this picture is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. No, 2 1/8 pi. And we'll need it to be, okay. So, got this. Making sure. I think this is straight here. Let's just double check. Right, let's tighten it up. I just need a piece that's 2 1/8 wide. Oh dear, that's a huge measure. Let's neaten up this end here. Yep. So what we're going to do is extenderate out from our picture our skyline, and then when we put it on here, it'll sort of extend out like that. So I'm going to show a tiny bit because I've only got a little bit of space to cover, but I think it'll look good. Pink is a very subjective term, isn't it? So let's rip that in half. We have a lot of leftovers. Yes, we do. Oh, I haven't been looking over here. Tina's husband, hello Margaret, how are you? Tina's husband tried to pack the rain to take home. Tina's husband was up here over the weekend, and Yvonne said the girls did us proud. We did miss you, your lovely creative self, but she's glad we had a great holiday. And it was amazing. Why we left it so long to actually ever have a holiday, I do not know, but we've now actually had a holiday. So what we're going to do, I've got it upside down. We're going to work upside down now. I'm going to put some tape just behind the two edges here. Just some tape. And we're using tape because it gives us a bit of leeway. If you use good quality tape like this Express It stuff, you can peel it up to a point. Right. So then we've got our two bits, and we're going to extend that out so it's like a good, over 5 inches wide. There you go. We've got the space. I'm going to turn like half of our tape up, because what we want to do is try and line up the top edge of the sky, so inside that frame there. So that line there, just inside the frame, that edge there of the sky with the top of our pieces that we've lined up on our creative ruler. I'm just kind of eyeballing where that is. That might not be exactly perfect, but it's going to at least look like it's extending out. And are we going to put it all the way across the whole thing? Let's have a look and see. Not 100% sold on that colour anymore. On that aqua colour. Just not 100% sure on it. Now, nope, not. Thinking. Does that without that secondary colour look better? I think it does look better without the secondary colour, but it looks a little flat. I have an idea. You guys must hate when I say, oh, I got an idea. Okay, so let's tear. I'm not going to use my ruler. I'm just going to do a bit of tearing across our green. Yep, like that. So then if we, yep. So now what I want to do with the green is I'm just going to cut. So I'm just going to tidy up at this end, and then I'm going to have to flip it over. So I'm going to actually have to flip it over, and I want to cut a 4.5-inch piece of the green. Right. I just need to pull back the bottom of my sky like that. I just need to tuck my green in there. Just want to see, like, am I going to see a slither on either side? No, I'm not. That, oh no, I'm going to see just a slither of green on either side. Do you know what I'm going to do? Okay. So on the door, I'm just going to cut off this edge wood trim. This edge just here. That, you know, the 3-dimensional edge. It's okay to come along when you fussy cut something and remove something later. It's not like you've done anything wrong. It's that you're taking a creative opportunity to adjust it. Right. I'm just rounding out that point at the top. And I'm just trimming down there. I am very particular with my fussy cutting, as you all know. So is Amelia Ann. Amelia Ann's pretty particular. Naomi John's a bit, but then Naomi creates different to me. Now let's have a look. See there, we see a little tiny bit of our grass on either side. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have it, but it's just barely above there. Right. We want it to come down the side of the door, sides of the door, as if it's lined up nicely and the doors are straight. Okay, so let's chuck a bit of tape under there. Let me put the tape. So it's just tucked barely, as if this bit of grass here goes up and up and up over the sky, and this bit here goes up and up and up over the sky. Right. So now what we need to do is work out how high we're going to put our doors on our piece of hessian. Then we need to work out sort of roughly, okay, So that brings us with an even map on the sides and the bottom to about, I'm just going to make a little snip mark about there, right? So I've got it about there. Just going to fold that up. And I'm going to use I'm not going to use this sky. I'm actually using the grass, the edge of the grass, to make sure it's straight. Right, there we go. So it's like there's grass around, and then you go from the grass to the sand. Because I tear, so I'll fussy cut with sand like this, I tear the edge. Just too obsessed. Like that. Let's put tape on that now. Let's not faff around with that anymore, because you don't want to hear me say, oh, I've got an idea. You know, I actually think I might have put a chill with Quentin too when we were out in the rain last night doing dancing pickups. Okay, so what we're going to do is when we stick this on, oh, I've got my line going across, is when we stick it on, we're going to do an even border on the bottom and the sides. So that's our gauge. Because this overlaps. This has got an overlap. So then let's get the Teflon ones and cut nicely from the back. You could cut from the front, but you get a much better finish if you cut from the back and just follow the line. Like run the scissors along that edge there. Right. Oh, look. See, the sky extends out, and then you've got the green, and it looks a bit trippy. Okay, where are our bits and pieces from this? Just make sure I've got no tape on anything that's going to go on my scrap box. So let's put tape on the back of this, ready to stick to our card. Just in case your card's wet, it's nice to have things taped so you can just put it together at the end and it's all done and dusted. You don't have to try and put tape on the back of something that's got something wet on it. You know the moments when you decide you're going to put like glitter glue on something at the 11th hour before you've stuck it all together? So let's put our lighthouse on chippy strip. I usually don't end up with the 1/2 inch stuff. They usually don't let me have that. Don't know how I got that. I think Naomi John might have got it for herself. This glue's nearly empty. Put that there. And it's going to go like down on the grass. That. A bit of our journal and then tuck it in there. Then we're going to put some chippy strip behind our starfish. These colour cuts are Traveller's Journal. But they work so well with nautical dreams. Let's put our size down here for it. Right. Let's do something first. I just need to have a little bit of a tidy up. Just a little. Okay. I like the front of the card to be the one that's a bit wider. I didn't use my sidekick. Oops. Got to get used to using it. Thing it's out, it's been christened by my daughter or daughters. I think daughters. Oh, I don't know if it was out. I don't know if they had it out when they both did a class. So I actually think we do chipboard numbers. I think like a chipboard number here. You know, 21 or a 10 or a 9 or whatever the number is. I think it would look really good there. There we go. How easy is that? Yeah. Two cards from scraps. We had to sort of like extenderate some bits. Cards, love them. Thank you, Mary. So there we go. Two cards done from my scraps. So I will make a kit for this, and it will actually, because you'll have to have like a full sheet of that and a full sheet of that, a full sheet of that, and a full sheet of that. It'll, you know, it won't be the cheapest kit on the planet, but you'll have, yeah, you'll be able to make two cards and have lots of leftovers too. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Raquel and Helen. But yeah, so thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Deborah. So there we go. Two cards finished. I like them. I think I'm also tired because we were going to sleep earlier on the ship. I had a lot of work to do last night, so I was up pretty late. So yeah, we'll be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Queensland time. We're only on daylight savings for a smidge longer. And then, so 7 o'clock tomorrow night will be scrapbooking with these leftover bits. So obviously it's going to be nautical themed. And then Thursday night at 7 p.m. will be Naomi John's mixed media class here in the Creative Family Group and on her YouTube channel. And then Friday night will be on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and I'm not really sure what we're doing Friday night. I haven't made that decision. Keep an eye out, because Thursday we have something huge happening, and you're going to love it. Love it. And yeah, so we will see you all sometime this week. There's a lot on, as always. And I think I might be able to end this on my phone. I'm just going to stand up and check. Oh, I can. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. Thank you very much. Bye.